There are moments in life that split your story in two, the before and the after. Before that conversation, I still believed we could make it. After it, everything felt uncertain. It was a quiet Sunday morning when she said it. We were sitting in our small apartment, sunlight stretching across the couch. Her voice carried that careful tone people use when they already know their words will hurt. "I've made a decision," she began, steady voice, restless eyes. "I'm moving in with Ryan." For a heartbeat, the words didn't make sense. Ryan, her so-called best friend, the one who'd always been like family, the man she'd sworn I never needed to worry about. I laughed, waiting for her to grin, but she didn't. "It's just for financial reasons," she added quickly, as if that softened the blow. "Rent's impossible right now. Ryan offered to share his place. It's practical, that's all." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But something inside me cracked. Not from jealousy, but from how casually she said it, as though our relationship was just another line item to cut from the budget. I didn't argue. I just sat there in silence, letting her words sink in. Deep down, I knew this wasn't about money. It was about comfort, about testing what life might look like without me in it. Over the next few days, she packed slowly, dragging out the goodbye like it might hurt less if stretched thin. Every folded shirt, every missing book from the shelf felt like another quiet verdict. I ran out of words. Everything I tried to say came out wrong. Too cold, too desperate, too controlled. Whenever she talked about Ryan, she kept it businesslike. "He has a spare room. It's temporary. You know I'd never hurt you." She repeated those lines like a mantra, as if saying them enough could make them true. But her phone buzzed more often now. Late-night messages, hidden smiles, a soft laugh followed by, "It's just Ryan being Ryan." I wanted to trust her. I wanted to be the kind of man who didn't jump to conclusions. But love sharpens your instincts, and patterns never lie. When moving day came, I helped her load the final box into her car. Her hug was polite, almost formal. The kind you give a friend, not someone you once planned a life with. "This doesn't change anything," she said. "We'll still see each other." I nodded, pretending to believe it. But as she drove away, something inside me settled. Heavy, quiet, final. It wasn't anger I felt. It was realization that sometimes love doesn't end with shouting or tears. It ends with distance, the kind that starts long before anyone actually leaves. That night, the apartment felt too big, too still. Her absence wasn't just in the rooms. It echoed in my breathing, in the silence between thoughts. Weeks passed. I told myself not to check her social media, not to text, not to wonder. But self-control is fragile when your heart still belongs to someone who's already moved on. One night, I broke my own rule. Her latest post stopped me cold. A dinner table set for two wine glasses, warm light. Ryan had tagged her. The caption read, "Home feels right again." Home. The word hit harder than I expected. Not for what it implied, but for how natural it looked. She didn't seem like someone struggling to save money. She looked like someone who'd already found her new place in the world. I stared at the screen, scrolling through the moments she now shared with him. Laughter, comfort, that easy familiarity I once knew. What came next wasn't rage. It was clarity. She hadn't left to cut costs. She left because she needed something I no longer gave her. Excitement, attention, validation. Maybe all of it. I realized then that love doesn't vanish all at once. It fades quietly, replaced by something else, until one day the person beside you is already halfway gone. And you're the last to notice. Months later, she texted, "I miss how you made me feel safe," she wrote. No apology, no explanation, just nostalgia. I stared at the screen for a long while before replying, "I'm glad you're safe now." And that was it. The final line in a story I hadn't realized was already over. Because sometimes love doesn't end in betrayal. It ends in the quiet truth that the person you once called mine was never really staying.